Hi, I'm Lionel, this is TECHLOTO, and this is my unboxing and setup video for the Polar Grit X. I'm genuinely so excited to unbox this watch, so let's get straight into it. If you're familiar with Polar, you'll recognise the packaging. It comes in the same style that's similar to the Polar Vantage V and a little bit similar to the Polar Ignites packaging as well. You can see the boxes in the background. So push the box apart, open it, make sure you peel the label on the side and you'll see the Polar Grit X straight away. It really is a beautiful looking watch. But let's lift that out of the box for a second. Once you put that to the side, you can see that under the cardboard there's a charger. That's Polar's trademark charger, so it's not something that you can just replace with another charger, so make sure you keep that safe. The next thing you need to do is carefully pull out the hidden cardboard section. In that section you'll be able to see a little leaflet telling you how to get started on the watch. Don't worry about all the leaflets that you see, it's just the same thing given to you in different languages, and you see another leaflet behind that with the terms and condition. Just carefully peel the protective layer off your watch and you can see how beautiful it is. Now before we get into the setup section of it, if you have the patience, before you start make sure that your watch and your Polar Grit X are both fully charged. If you don't have the patience for that, just keep them uncharged while you're going through this process, otherwise it won't let you go ahead with it. I think if both devices are under 30%, you get a little alert saying you need to charge them. Fiddle around with the Polar Grit X a little bit, press a few buttons, after about 30 seconds or so it'll come on. The first thing you'll see prompting you to select your language. Select your language and you can proceed from there. My advice to you is to make sure that you've already set up a profile on Polar Flow website. The watch will give you an option to either set up with your phone or your computer. It's a lot easier to do it on your computer, you're less likely to have issues, but I'm doing this on the phone because I realize that's how most people will set it up. If you're setting up for the first time and you want to do everything through your watch, just watch my other videos on unboxing the Polar Vantage V. I'll leave a link in the description, it's pretty much the same process. So once you're ready, make sure that your Bluetooth, and if you're on Android, your location as well is on. Go to the Polar Flow app. Once you've selected the option on the watch to set up the Polar Grit X on your phone, it will go through a searching process. You see a little pin that comes up asking you to pair both devices, approve it on both devices, and it will start to automatically update all your details on your device. This is really great because I had my Polar Vantage V right next to it and it didn't cause any issues. I don't know if they've worked on the connectivity issues, but this was the smoothest experience that I've had with setting up a Polar watch. You'll also notice that you're being prompted to update the watch. Make sure your watch and your phone are both together. Just allow it to update, leave the watch for about 15 minutes. By the time you come back, your watch will be ready to be up and running. I'm genuinely mesmerized by the design of this watch. I was looking at the Polar Vantage V and I was thinking, where can Polar really go from here? The design of this watch really elevates the Polar brand. Just look at the buttons on the side. I like how they feel. It's so much softer compared to the stiff feel of the Polar Vantage V's buttons. So you have this new look, you have this new feel, but you get a lot of the same familiar navigation. The top left button still switches on the light to brighten up the screen. The bottom left button is still to go back and to go into your settings and starting a workout. Top right and bottom right buttons are for navigating through the watch, and the middle button is how you click into the next section. Now all the same sections are still there, but I'm really intrigued by this weather option. I think as soon as you sync it with your phone, it gives you all the updates on the weather for that day. From what I can see, it gives you the weather results for the next 3 days. So my verdict, I'm genuinely impressed by the design of this watch. I really like it. I feel like Polar sat down and said, we've made a really good watch. Now how do we make it look cool? But that's not the only thing I'm excited about when it comes to this watch. It's almost like they read our minds when it came to some of the features that they've added, especially the new hills feature. I really want to dive into that and see how that affects the data. I've been running a 5k every few days for the past few months, and it's a 5k with hills. I really want to be able to track my performance on the different hills. I feel like I haven't really had a chance to do that if there isn't already a Strava segment for it. So this new feature is something I'm really excited to test, and I'm going to test it pretty soon, so watch out for that video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, remember to like and subscribe to TECHLOTO. Visit the Patreon page to support the channel, buy some merch, and don't forget to visit the website.